Welcome to Worship Tutorials.
Hello.
In this video, we are in a series talking about what is the best amp modeler for you. We don't believe there is a best amp modeler. We get asked that a lot. The answer is it depends. It depends on you. And in this video, we're talking about the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. What do we love about it? Where does it fall a little short in our opinion? And why might you want one?
Quad Cortex,
Yeah.
the new kid on the block. Got a bunch of
That's a
hits,
pro.
Chinese food.
You want the
Makes
latest
me
tech?
sick.
There it is.
There you go. Start out right out the gate. That's the newest and latest tech.
There you go.
This thing is insane what it can do. I hope it comes through that as we talk about each unit, that we are genuinely excited to talk about.
Every unit has
units.
things we love about it and things that we wish were better.
I know there's going to be somebody saying like,
Pros
we
and
keep
cons.
talking about Helix because
already did.
Yeah, but I mean that's to us, our opinion. It's our YouTube channel. We can have our opinion. We think it's the best.
We're allowed.
all-in-one.
I will allow it. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. All right, but in terms of power and flexibility, this thing is insane.
It's interesting because it wasn't when it first came out.
No.
The reverb thing was weird, but they fixed it.
They
And
fixed
now
it,
It's just like you can run 4 guitars through it, all with a separate rig.
Yeah, you can run. There's 4
It's
inputs and 4 lines of effects, and so you could have 2 guitarists each run stereo pedal boards into the Quad Cortex and have stereo amps. You could, and you actually on the Helix, you can
You
also
totally could do that. That would actually be really cool.
You can run 2 instruments on the Helix too. There is room, but it's not. I don't think you can put 4 amps in the Helix, and it's not going to sound as good as
you
4 amps in
absolutely
the Quad
could
Cortex,
because
though.
you can do it in the stomp, and the Helix is 2 stomps.
Well, there you go. Maybe you can.
As far
But
as
I know
DSP.
with Quad Cortex, you could run like a bass channel, for instance, and have the dark glass stuff. Dark glass is owned by Neural. Same company. But it's insane. Like there's verbs. I think I have like 3 verbs and 3 delays. Insane in some of the presets.
That's almost unlimited power.
Almost.
Unlimited power.
Pro, you can capture, and they have some modeling. If I understand correctly, the way they do their modeling is like a really intricate capture. So it's like the full range of the amp that they're trying to recreate. A capture and a tone match on Fractal and a profile on Kemper is like a shot, a picture of the amp and the whole signal chain in that exact moment. Whereas the modeling in Quad Cortex is like they modeled.
It's like
they
Helix
captured the whole
Fractal.
thing. Yeah, but they like
you can turn the gain
captured
down
it
and the bass and the treble.
Yeah. But and you can capture drive pedals.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
nobody else does that.
No, they do not. So you could.
Yeah,
if
we've got some cool drive captures out on the app too.
Yeah, but if you wanted to like use your pedals with it and you wanted to keep the rig as small as possible, just set up your drive pedal exactly as you want it. And there's no extra stuff you need to do. Run out of the Quad Cortex into your drive pedal, back into the Quad Cortex, and it just those settings there.
And it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
Another pro, size.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's a con.
There's
but
not. It's not like
those
a big
buttons
deal.
are really close together.
They are. But I mean, again, Podgo and Quad Cortex are both
about that size.
About this size.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And yeah, you get 8 buttons on it.
You do. And so it's really easy to navigate. I got big feet. I have found size 13. I wear boots often.
I have the
Sometimes I stomp on other buttons. But
I like my buttons to be spread apart.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, I've taken my board to church before and ran it into the Quad Cortex, and I had like a mono bag. Board went into the bag. Quad Cortex went into the little pocket.
Yeah.
One bag.
It's easy
board and stereo amp setup.
Yeah, but we'll come back to the con side of that.
Yeah.
It's not really it's more of an opinion, but
yeah.
Big touchscreen.
That's a pro.
Yeah. which is really cool. It's pretty responsive.
Everyone wanted it. They did it.
They did it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is between like what you would get touchscreen wise on a Quad Cortex versus an iPhone, but an iPhone is way more responsive.
Oh, yeah.
But the Quad Cortex is the only, I think maybe HeadRush is touchscreen. I
think HeadRush does do touchscreen. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great for editing.
I mean, you heard what we said earlier about the Helix and editing versus touchscreen versus not.
Yeah.
So you got that earlier, but if you're into a touchscreen and that's what you want, Quad Cortex has it.
Yeah. They got it. It sounds great. We'd say captures on par with Kemper. Our workflow is usually...
And we already said that we think that's the top of the heap as far as amps go.
Yeah.
Like, it's tied for number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as we capture or as we profile, we typically do them together.
Yeah.
And you listen to them back to back.
You can't hear that.
Amp, Kemper, Quad Cortex... there's going to be a certain flavor.
How many times have we done? It's almost like every profile. I'm like, all right, Bradford, close your eyes. I'm gonna hit some buttons. What am I playing? And it's like sometimes you get it. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, I can tell more often with Kemper. But I think that's because of this compression thing that people regularly talk about.
To it. Yeah.
Yeah. The app. There's an app on your phone.
So this is not an editor.
It is not an editor. The app is cool for sharing things. It's real nice.
Yeah.
And it has potential. But moving right into the con, there's no editor. So you have to use a unit. And so if that could be a deal breaker for you. It's coming, we have been told.
And speaking of the app, it is by far the most forward-thinking modern unit as far as like, I want a sound. Bradford captured his Tone King Imperial that he bought from me. It's his now. Bradford captured the Tone King at a really cool setting, and he's like, you need to hear this. I'm gonna send it to you on the app. I pull up the app, there's the capture, it downloads to my Quad Cortex in a matter of minutes.
Yeah. Because the Quad Cortex
nobody else is doing that.
Has a card or whatever it is.
Yeah, so like you could do the same kind of thing with Helix or AxeFX. Like you could make a preset, export it, email it, send it to me. I could download it, import it, but I have to be connected
and it's not as fluid.
to a computer. Like you don't have to connect to anything except the internet for this to work.
Because like you can search for stuff.
It's really cool
on your phone.
Nobody else is doing anything close to it. Yeah.
But like you could be at rehearsal and realize something's not working for you, and you need something. You find it on your phone, and then you can just add it to your stuff, and then you go on the Quad Cortex and you just put it on there. So really cool. But yeah, the con, there's no desktop editor.
We like desktop editors.
Yeah, and so maybe if you're a person who doesn't need to do a lot of editing, you set a few things up and you're good.
Yeah.
For us in our workflow. It takes extra time to do everything because it's not as easy to copy and paste and move things around like Helix.
And trust us, we've used the onboard touchscreen editor a lot. We still think this is a con.
Yeah. And a desktop editor is forthcoming.
It's coming,
as well as
it may well be here, and this might be a null issue.
Yes, but in that vein, there's no marketplace right now, so you are at the mercy of people who create
sharing stuff for free.
And some people may get bent out of shape about other companies not sharing stuff for free, but it's hard for somebody to spend time on something and not see anything
the
from
more
it.
Professional like capturers are not going to give their entire libraries away for free.
We still have stuff. Worship tutorials, one word.
Yeah.
But we have some stuff, but we're waiting on the marketplace.
Like I said, we have hundreds of captures on that thing.
We do.
They all sound cool.
Another con, the availability.
Yeah, they're hard to get
It comes in waves. If you catch the wave at the right time, you can grab one.
They're only at Sweetwater in the U.S.
In the U.S., yeah.
And in Europe, the rest of the world, they have some different distributors. But, yeah.
But it's a great unit, and I've used it as an all-in-one. I've used it as... And this is a con. We actually didn't write this down, so I said the size as a con, meaning it's hard for me to wrap my brain around the fact that it sounds and executes what two Kempers do for me, and it sounds great.
Just enter into the modern era.
Yeah, everything's smaller, but like there's something.
It is two Kempers.
There's something about it that like I can't wrap my brain around, like the fact that it's smaller. And
I love it. Thing. I love it. When I play it and run a board into it, it's one of my favorite things to like run a pedal board into.
Yeah.
The way they take pedals, like the amp captures and stuff. I love like the form factor and everything. Yeah. To me, that's cool. Thank you so much for watching. This is just one video in a multi-video series where we take all of the popular modeling units that are on the market in 2022, the ones we have experience with here at Worship Tutorials, break down their pluses and minuses. So if you want to see the rest of these videos, all of that is going to be linked below. You can also see the over 1 hour long video that's all of it put together in a single video. This is designed to help you make the best decision for you for a modeling unit in 2022. They all have their pluses and they all have their minuses, and different players might prefer different ones. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss another upload, including the rest of them in this series. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.